everyone. Have you ever wished to speak English fluently? There had been many situations in your life that you couldn't speak English effectively. It's not because that you are not skilled, but because you lack confidence and also may be cautious about your grammatical error. So since we all are having more opportunities, why don't we use this lockdown period to learn something new? Since English is considered as an international language, wherever we go, English is necessary. Let's utilize these lockdown days to learn how to speak English fluently. Nowadays, people like to do smart work rather than hard work. So let's also act smart and learn something new during these lockdown days. One of my subscribers has requested me to start with the basics of English grammar because people lack confidence that they feel that they may make or commit some error in their speaking. So before going into the detail of the topic, I would like to tell you that at the end of this video, I could give you 3 tips to make your speaking effective. So don't skip the video, watch till the end and also hit a like button if you like my video and also subscribe my channel. Let's go into the topic for today in detail. So today we are going to discuss the basics of English grammar, subject-verb agreement. Subject-verb agreement is essential to make sure that the sentence is grammatically correct. Subject and verb must agree in number. This is the cornerstone rule of this. So are you ready to dive into the world of subjects and verb? Live in harmony. Rule 1. Subject and verb must agree in number. For example, if the subject is singular, we have to use the verb also singular. And if the subject is plural, we have to use a plural verb. Let's go through an example. He is playing. Here the subject he is singular. So we have used is, which is a singular verb. See the second example. They are playing. They, subject is plural. So we have used a plural verb are. So this is the first rule which you have to remember. For a subject which is singular, we have to use singular verb. A subject which is plural, we have to use plural verb. Rule 2. If we have more than one subject and these two subjects are shared with a conjunction and we have to use the plural form of the verb. For example, which you can see here, the cow and the pig are jumping over the moon. Here in this sentence we have two subjects, the cow and the pig. So we have used here the plural form of the verb are. Rule 3. If one of the words each, every or no comes before the subject, then we have to use a singular verb. You can see the example here. No smoking or drinking is allowed. Before the subject, no has appeared, so we have used a singular verb which is. One more example which I could give you. Every man and woman has to check in. Rule 4. You can see here, if there are two subjects and both the subjects are singular and are followed by certain words like neither nor, either or, nor or, we have to use the verb form singular. I can give you an example for better understanding. Neither Anu nor Manu has gone to school. Here the subjects Anu and Manu. As it is singular, we have used the singular form of the verb has. Rule 5. We have to use a singular form of the verb for measurement or for time. For example, 4 quarts of oil was required to get the car running. So here oil, the unit of measurement is given here. So we have used a singular form of the verb. Rule 6. Now coming to the 6th rule. If one of the subject is singular and the other is plural, and these subjects are followed by neither nor or either or not only but also or, we have to use the verb form which is nearest to the verb. That is, the subject which is near to the verb is singular. We have to use a singular form of the verb. And the subject form which is plural near to the verb, that we have to use the plural form of the verb. Let's see an example. Neither Sheena nor her friends have gone to the party. Here we have 2 subjects. One is Sheena, which is singular, and the other one is her friends, which is plural. So we have to use the plural form of the verb because the verb form her friends are plural. So that we have used have. This is the last rule which I would like to share with you. When any of the words like few, many, several, both, all or some is used with countable noun, the verb form we have to use is plural. For example, some men, it is countable and also plural, and hence we have to use are needed for the battle. So if a countable noun and these words are used, we have to use the plural form of the verb. Hope you have understood the video. As I said earlier that I will give you 3 tips to speak effectively. Tip 1. Avoid your fear. To avoid your fear and to be confident, start reading new books. Also, speak to your family members and friends so that you gain more confidence. Tip 2. Focus on your pronunciation. When you learn a new word, try to listen to the pronunciation of that word. Because if you speak to others in that pronunciation only, it will be good for the listeners. I could give you a site which you could listen to the audio of that word so that you will learn the correct pronunciation. Howsay.com. I will add that site in my comment box. You could see that, and also you can learn the pronunciation and speak effectively. Tip number 3. Try to learn 1 vocabulary a day. These words which you have learned, try to use these words in your daily context. But make sure that you use 1 word in a sentence. Because we know that too many cooks spoil the broth. If you use more number of unfamiliar words in your sentence, it will not be good for the listener as well as for the speaker. So to avoid the confusion, use less number of words. Practice is the hardest part of learning, and training is the essence of transformation. So let's practice from today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for all.